name is Matt Krych. I'm going to be telling you guys the best teaching practice of where to put the teacher's desk. So a lot of times we talk about where to put the student's desk, but I want to tell you about where is the most effective place to put the teacher's desk. First, I want to take a quick poll. So who thinks that well, here's the choices. You have front, back, or having no teacher's desk at all. So just a quick, don't think about it much. Who thinks the best place is to put it in the front, kind of like that? Okay, that's probably 3/4 of you. Put it in the back of the room, and have no desk at all. Okay, nobody thinks that's a good idea. So I'll tell you the answer at the end. You might be surprised. So I'm first going to talk about the desk front and center, traditional classroom, just like we have right here, putting the desk, having it outside the room, no desk at all, and then we're going to talk about the desk in the back of the classroom. We're going to compare the disadvantages and the advantages to all of these. So first, as it says right there, I'm going to start with the traditional classroom. As you can see right here, it's in front of all the student desks. They're all facing that desk. And one thing to notice is that the teacher's desk is higher than the student's desk is right there. Teacher's desk is higher. So this is working out pretty well for me. Some advantages of this is the front view. When you're looking at students, you can see exactly what they're doing. Whether they're texting on their phone, whether they're talking to a friend, that you might not get from viewing students from the back. And that was from an article by Dahmer and Adkins. And then you don't have to move the desks either. It makes it easy. Every classroom you walk into, the teacher's desk is going to be in the front. Why wouldn't you just leave it there? Make it easy for yourself. There are a bunch of disadvantages of having the teacher's desk in the back of the room, though. Proshansky and Wolf found that sometimes putting the teacher's desk in the front of the room gives off this authoritarian feel that, like, because the teacher's desk is raised, it's higher than the student's desk. That's the way the information flows. It's only a one-way stream too. The teacher knows more, they're in charge, the student doesn't really have much weight. Which some teachers, it's a good thing to be in charge. Other teachers, they kind of want it to be a more equal environment. And if the teachers think it's a good thing to be in charge, students might not like that. They could be intimidated, they could feel scared, because if their desk is higher, ooh, that's scary, I'm not going to go up there. Another thing, having the teacher's desk in the front of the classroom is you have to walk in front of everybody to go ask the teacher a question. Everybody sees you asking a question, and that could lead students to just sit in their desk. I'm not going to go embarrass myself. I'm just going to stay here and not understand it. And also, Savage found that it can distract students having the teacher's desk in the front of the room. Why is it distracting? Well, because during work time, usually the teacher is working at their desk too. I know as a student, I was driven, I want to see what the teacher's doing. I don't want to work on what I'm doing. I want to see what they're doing. So that's a disadvantage. The advantages and disadvantages of the traditional classroom. Now we're going to look at having no desk. As you can see in these pictures, it's not like they really have no desk. It's more of a teacher's space. So all their materials are right here. They still have the computer, and then they use their desk here as it's more of a kidney table, so that it can still be used to help with the students. So some advantages of this is that you have more room for student-centered resources. As you can see right there, that took up a lot less space than a teacher's desk might. It also prevents from desk teaching. So if the teacher's desk is front and center, you might be encouraged to sit down and teach, which is a bad thing. I mean, of course, some studies have shown that sitting down and teaching shows the students that the teacher really isn't excited about it, the teacher really doesn't care, and that can lead to the students having lower positive attitudes too. So, and then like I said, with the traditional classroom, if you don't have a desk, it kind of eliminates the authoritarian feeling that the desk in the front of the classroom can get off. Nothing's perfect, however, so this has disadvantages too. So you really don't have a teacher's workspace. You have a teacher's space, like I was saying, but not exactly a workspace, which teachers can benefit from being able to work in the classroom, and it's less proven, less tested. So when I was doing my research, I really only found websites, blogs about this. I didn't find any journal, scholarly articles. I just wanted to put it in here because I thought it was trendy, up and coming. It could be the future. And then the desk behind the students. So as you can see right here, the students are facing this way. The teacher's desk is behind the students. This one has a lot of advantages. It's less distracting to students. So as I was talking about before, the teacher is sitting in the front of the classroom. The students want to watch the teacher. Well, now it's not as easy. They need to look back to see the teacher. You get more teacher privacy too, kind of adding on to that same point. That was an article Melissa Kelly wrote, just because, exactly, students have to look back to watch you. more privacy to get what you need to get done while the students are doing their work time. And it's more of a student-centered classroom. What's the first thing you see when you walk into a classroom where the desk is behind the students? Well, the students are going to see their desks first instead of seeing your desk. That might make them feel a little bit better. And it's very easy to identify possibly off-task students. This is, again, Melissa Kelly, because when students want to go off-task and they want to misbehave, what are they going to do first? They're going to look back, make sure you're not watching, and then they're going to do what they want to do. So it's really easy. If you see a student look back, which is pretty obvious, you're going to see, oh, I need to watch them a little bit more. This one's perfect, has no disadvantages. That isn't actually true. It does have disadvantages. The one disadvantage I found was that you can't see students from the front, like you do have from the front of the classroom. So most of you were wrong. The best teaching practice actually is to have the desk behind the students. However, sometimes this varies based on, well, I don't know if it's bolted in or something, but this is the best teaching practice to have it behind students.